On va continuer donc la conférence avec, avec Cinthia Assali de chez YouTube. Voilà, bienvenue Cinthia. Nice to meet you. Parce que je crois que Cinthia va nous parler un peu en anglais.
Oui, oui, parce que mon français, c'est pas bon pour faire une présentation, mais ouais, désolée pour ça. Mais si personne ne comprend pas, je peux répéter tout en portugais, ok? Parce que je suis brésilienne.
Voilà,
Okay.
on va faire ça alors.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, thank you for being here, for inviting us for this event. I'm very happy. So my name is Cinthia Assali. I work for Google for almost 9 years. I was there when we bought YouTube. Actually, it was like two good news and bad news the same day. They were my client, so I lost my client and I got a new partner at the same time. After that, I'm working on YouTube since ever. So if you guys have any questions about it, I'm free to answer them if I can. A couple of things are always confidential. So I'm here to talk, can you go to the next slide, about this case, which is called Maggi Diaries. Next slide, please. We're going to travel a little bit because actually we're talking about Maggi Diaries in Middle East. So Maggi in Middle East, they deal with a very diverse countries. They have like different cultures, although people think they're all the same. They're not. So next slide, please. They have different traditions and they have different daily lives. And even if this is very different for us, it's also very different from them as well. So there's one thing that is happening in Middle East. Probably you guys are aware of this. It's changing a lot. So we are having like a clash of modern and ancient at the same time. So for next, please. So we have at the same time like the old traditional markets and big malls. And this is happening not only on the landscape or shopping base, but it's also happening with people. If we go to the next one, yes. So it's reaching everybody, especially women. And women are seeing a way to discover the world outside their own kitchens. And they are connected more than ever. For you guys to know, the penetration of mobile phones in Middle East in average is 1.2. So people own 2 phones most of the time. Data plans are very cheap. Connections are very good. There is one thing that is key, that mobile is a very personal screen, so you don't have to share with anyone. And so it's a door for these ladies to connect with other people and actually learn more about the world. And Maggi saw that an opportunity. They wanted to connect these ladies. So they found that through technology and through a good storytelling, they could create a community around food passion and cooking passion. And their idea actually was empowering these ladies to discover more and really to go outside their kitchens and discover other kitchens as well, because this is a territory that ladies can play in Middle East with no problems. So it's a place like the kitchen and cooking is a place that it's owned by women there. So it's a very safe place for people to talk. So they found, actually this idea came from the client. So the client and the agency Publicis, they got this idea to find very inspiring women across the region that people could connect with. So these 4 ladies that you guys are seeing here, this first one, Hatun, she was the first lady in Saudi Arabia to climb Everest. So she went very far from Saudi Arabia. Dalia is actually, she was born in London, but she lives in Dubai. She also lived in Paris and New York, and she has a cupcake store in Dubai right now. So she's an entrepreneur. Sumaya is a socialite in Emirates. She has already a lot of followers in different social networks. And Dima is a chef in Jordan. She has a very, very big base of followers. She has blogs and she has Google Plus page. She has all social networks that you can imagine. So she has a very big empathy around cooking. So the idea that they got was to send these ladies, so think about that. They're going to send 4 ladies alone to travel across Middle East, to learn new things, show new things, try new things, get back to their countries and teach people about what they discovered. So it was kind of a very bold project. And they actually asked us from YouTube how they could do this as a web series. Because they tried to do this on TV in the past, but the language for web and online video is very different, as we were all seeing here. So that's the moment that they started to talk with us. So they started to talk with us when they already got the idea in their minds, but before the videos start being produced. So actually, if we go for the next one, thank you. So what we did, we were looking into the YouTube behavior, so what people do when they go to YouTube. The majority of the cases that we were looking here is, we call this as a hero content, because it's very where creativity can play, but actually YouTube is much more than that. So we were thinking about what people do, how they consume this kind of content. We research a lot into their own regions, because we had to see the behaviors. For instance, in France, the mobile consumption of YouTube is not the same as in Middle East. So we had to think about the small screen first, then large screen. We also try to understand, for instance, in France, people don't have time. So the way to talk with people has to be very fast. In Middle East, these ladies, they have time. So time is not a problem, which is good for video. So we come up on YouTube, we used to say that there are 3 things that people do on YouTube in average. So the first thing is that people are looking for entertainment. So this is when you can put all the content that we were seeing here. So I'm there to watch a funny video, watch a cat video, or to discover a new tip on how to play a game. So I'm there, I'm not looking for you. I'm just like spending my time. And this is the moment that you can do, yeah, you can go next, thank you. You can create emotional connections. So as they were going to have a lot of content, and we discussed with them before the countries that they were going to go, what they were going to do, we were discussing with them, and we told them that they could do a dual approach. First approach was horizontal, so the journey itself. So they're going to travel from point to point, they're going to meet a lot of people, and they're going to get back home. The second approach was vertical. So inside this content that you're going to create, you have not just the journey, but you have the countries that they're going, you have the dishes that they are preparing, you have people that they are meeting, you have traditions from these own countries. And this all can be content that people could search for. And we're Google, we know that people search for things. So the first thing that we told them is that, well, tell the story of the journey itself. Then you can create this emotional connection, people discovering new things. For instance, in this scene that they are all like realizing there's something very fun is happening. And we also help them on the length of the videos. So at the beginning, they wanted to create 10 minutes videos. And we saw, based on the watching time from the region, that 4 minutes was stops. People were not staying longer than that overall. So we told them to go like from 4 minutes to 6 and see what was happening better. Then they could adjust the duration of the video. And we also told them that in this kind of length of video, they could go for a little bit of the traditions from the dishes that they were learning together. Next one, please. The journey itself, so showing the scenarios and the places, because even though people think that Middle East is just one thing, people don't travel that much across the same region. So showing to other people the other regions was very important as well. And people search for this, so they want to know what is besides them that they cannot see right now. And the second thing that people do on YouTube is search. So it's the second search engine in the world. So to create a community, we have to tell people answers, so to give these answers. So we told them, like, well, you're gonna have the journey, you're gonna have emotional connection, you can talk with people when they're like, they like the countries, they like the culture, or they like just the storytelling itself. But you could also go for the recipes, for instance. So when they are teaching other people to cook, or when they're learning something new, you could go for the recipe itself. And also, not just during the journey, you could create a video related to that content after that. So this campaign ran for 3 months as promoted, but it is still live. So what we told them is that use that time to see the videos that were more watched, to create content related to that. So people will search those videos after and get back to your channel. So to create this connection, which is our third thing on what people do on YouTube. People go there also to express themselves, to connect with the brands. And we created, for instance, for subscribers. So if you're a subscriber to the channel, the idea was that you're gonna be the first one getting a bonus content. So in this case, it was like amazing, funny videos that we're launching every week for people that are subscribers to the channel to get at the first time. And next one, please. And with that, they created 70, a little bit more, like 72 videos instead of 10. That was the first idea. So the idea was to spread these videos in different content so people could look for what they liked the most. But there are a couple of things, like imagine managing 70 videos. It's a lot of videos. And how people could connect one video to another. So we create this net. That's net or network. I don't like the word network. It's a web of, it's not so nice. But we create like these connections between each video using the things that usually brands don't use, but it's there for you. So if we go to the next one, those little links here that we suggest another video, they're extremely powerful and they are free. So anyone can do that, and you can even change on the fly. So if you want to promote one video across all your videos, you can change that video there, the suggested video. That is your video. It's not a suggested video from YouTube in general. And next one, please. Another thing that we told them is that if they want to create a community and they want people to get back, they have to keep offering stuff. So here was like one recipe that was learned during the journey, then was taught after that by Dima, for instance, when she got back. And we also included the ingredients, so people could know how to prepare. Instead of stopping the video, they could just copy the list and go to buy the ingredients themselves. We also taught them on how to do an end card. And actually I saw an end card in one of the videos that you suggest another video in your own video. Which video was? I think it was the last case that we were watching a video and then there was a next episode already playing. So this we call end cards. So depending on what you want people to do, you can use the last 5 seconds of your video to do that. It's a kind of a trick. Instead of showing random videos that YouTube are going to show at the end of the card, you can show your own. So you can do that. In the case of Maggi, they wanted to create subscribers and they want people to connect across the social networks. It's a problem on social networks in Middle East because they're very different from country by country. So they use differently each social network. The only point in common across all the region, luckily for us, was YouTube. So that's why they were like focusing a lot on YouTube to connect with these women. Another thing that we also helped them, and then this is our team was looking every day, was how it was looking on mobile. Often, I see this happening, the brands think about the title of the video, and then when you look on mobile, you can't see the title. Like, it's not correctly written or it's cut. Like, if your audience is on mobile, you look on mobile first, then you think about the web. Another thing that also happens, and then actually happened right before we launch, a couple of the videos were with the name TVC 3.4 version whatever. Have you seen that as well, right? So these are like little things that we were helping them to do because we're really looking into this campaign phase by phase. So that was part of our consultancy on how to do it. We even recommend them to use the watermark over there, that if you click, you go to the channel. A lot of channels don't do that, and this was like a big link for people to click and get back to go to the channel. And these are the results that we got. So in 3 months, they got 8.6, nowadays a little bit more. So 8.6 million views in the websites. And this is a very interesting one. The audience attention was 44%. So the average time watched in all the videos was 1 minute, 20 seconds. So it's almost 3 times over 30 seconds. Just 4 times, right? Yeah, 4 times of the 30 seconds. So it's huge for the region. And they got 13,000 new subscribers. Before the campaign, the number of subscribers in the channel was 600. Then in the first weekend, we got 3,000, and then during the 3 months, 13,000. For the country is a lot. And I have the case here that the clients can talk a little bit more about how was the experience for this case.
Brand. It's a product that is ingrained in lives of many women in the Middle East.
Maggi Diaries is a culinary and cultural journey of 4 women going across the Middle East within different countries with a mission to make a difference in everyday cooking.
And this was really the first time where it gave us an opportunity to invite women in the Middle East to kind of take part in creating this content with us. We started in Jordan, and then we went to Morocco, and then Oman, and then in UAE. And what this collaboration with YouTube has allowed us to do is build out an experience that tells that story as we go through the different countries and the different content buckets.
With this campaign, YouTube allowed us to go beyond the 30-second format and really offer content and longer videos that created a more engaging experience with the audience.
The fact is that in the Middle East in general and in Saudi specifically, which is our most important market in the Middle East, the YouTube viewership is the highest in the world. So for us, YouTube was really the perfect hub for all online communication that we were creating.
One of the custom gadgets that we actually built was a Maps gadget. And this Maps gadget allowed the viewers to actually follow the journey of our ambassadors around the Middle East. And in whichever country they were able to access all the content that was available from that particular country. We also had a conversation gadget that allows them to engage in one place with our ambassadors and with the actual show and with the content that they're actually viewing.
The results are fantastic. Our viewership has crossed the 10 million mark. Our subscriber base has increased by 10 times. Our masses have produced over 24 million impressions.
We have around 27.5 years worth of watch time. We have a view-through rate of over 39%.
Definitely from an advocacy and storytelling side, there's plenty of opportunities to continue and collaborate with YouTube. YouTube has proven a very strategic partner for us in this project, and we definitely look forward to continuing this relationship.
Well, and with that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. It can be in French, no?
Okay.
No questions. No, we had the media, yes. So the difference in this campaign is that they had a teaser of the campaign running on TV. And on YouTube, we had just the websites as the media. So instead of having a teaser that's saying that we have this web series in next whatever, we had the website as the media itself. So people were watching for a while, so they were not skipping, thank God.
Okay. Another question.
Actually, we had a couple of them, so I couldn't show all of here, but we had like, for instance, when you were in the entire website, we could go for the recipe directly. So when you were like watching and they were cooking, you could click and go to the recipe directly. So that's why I said that we create kind of a web for them. So it was a heavy work, working on the 70 videos, but you could go from one to the other. Yeah, we had that.
Okay, I have just one question for you about the brand channel. We could see that we had like 15,000 subscribers for the channel and 6 million for the total views. So what is your challenge to get people to be attracted to brand channels?
No, actually, like if you are aware, we are moving from gadgets and channels inside like the destination to the content itself. So this was a learning from this project as well, that people stay more time with the content. That's why the question about interactivity into the content is very important, because people go to the video more than they go to a destination. They subscribe to the channel, but they don't have to go. When you subscribe to a channel, you want to receive the content from the channel directly. So that depends on your goal. In this case, we were trying to solve the problem of the fragmented network that they have. So we're putting everything on YouTube. So we were able to connect all the social networks and all the social activity in just one single hub that we knew that all the markets will go for. But that was not the main thing on the project. The main thing was really the content.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.